embroider and decorate with three-dimensional elements.
We've been coming to Hochanda for almost a year. We absolutely love coming and working with the team over there, but even more, we love bringing our products to show you.
And we're looking forward to sharing our top tips with you, how to paint, embroider and make really bespoke patterns.
Hello, I'm Sue Baker, the founder of Imagination Crafts. We're delighted to have partnered with Crafters Companion to bring you an even greater variety of crafts. I hope you'll join me to experience the joy of mixed media crafting together on Hochanda.
Hello everybody and well welcome. Please go to my Ennis Morgan on the Hochanda TV Facebook page. The only reason I say that, I probably posted my favourite ever post ever on there so you can have a little look. It did make me laugh. Now, allow me to introduce you to lovely Hayley from Craft Yourself series. Do a little bow. What's going on?
Nothing. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Oh, bless you. We're going to have fun this time.
We're going to power through.
We're going to power through.
Power through.
We have got one thing I need to tell you, exceptional value on this show. We really do. We're going to start here with our fat quarters.
What we've done is we've brought you some kind of colour fat bundles. We did something a little bit similar about a year ago and it was really popular. So we've done kind of the same again, but we've added even more into it. So there are 10 fat quarters in each bundle.
Wow.
And you're getting a few planes.
10 fat quarters?
10 in each one. You're getting 3 planes in each, but then you're getting 7 patterns. Now, those patterns will vary. They're all nice small patterns, so they'll work really well in the smaller project. There's the linen look options, and then there's the batiks, and then going down to the polka dots at the bottom.
Everything ties in beautifully if you wanted to mix and match in the project.
Together as a project, or maybe you're looking to rainbow quilt. You can, you know, add 2 or 3 bundles together and you make even larger projects.
At that price, it's £1.99 per fat quarter of that quality. The designs, the way they're specifically designed to work together as well, to tie in. And that is, look, it's a substantial piece.
Our fat quarters are quite generous because they are actually 50 centimetres and then they're half the width of the fabric. So they're about 112, so 56 centimetres by 50 centimetres.
I mean, you can
it's a
see
bit
that
bigger than your usual fat quarters.
That's a sizable piece. Showing you that there. But the quality, one thing I say every time I ever work with a fabric, but you can't feel it to the touch, but it's got that premium feel.
It is a little bit difficult.
When you get it home and you touch it, think of Hayley and I, because honestly, really nice. We're already busy. This is the blues. Details on your screen.
These are all 100% cotton.
Yeah.
So all of these options that we're going to show you, we've got these kind of colourways, and then later on in the show we'll show you you've got loads of options that have got patterns as well. That's beautifully folded.
Thank you.
Well done,
Thank
Yanis. You put Charlie to shame. Charlie's the worst for folding stuff up. I'm going to name and shame him. He's the worst.
Throws it out there. He doesn't care. He's a loose cannon.
There you go.
There you go.
So the options are, we've got the blues.
Yeah.
We've got brights. I'm going too fast for the camera. Come on, camera. Green. Naturals.
Naturals, yeah.
Pink.
Yeah.
And purple.
Oh, look at these. So if you're looking for fat quarters, 100% cotton, and of this quality, the fact that they're designed to tie in together are strong enough to stand by themselves. So maybe, for instance, we were talking about, we got the purse kits, which we had before. Yes. I know you're going to show us an inspiration with bags. Yeah,
now we've got, I know their phone was really busy. We've got something that's kind of halfway between a batting and the foam. foam, which again is brilliant for kind of bag kits and things. So we'll show you that a little bit later on as well.
I'm going to give you an indication of how busy we are. Now, you're seeing the value. You're saving £5. Even at full price, this is phenomenal value. So I know that at home the sellers are appreciating that. But already we're at 15% of our purple and the blue, and we've only just started. So 15% with the purple, 15% with the blue. You are getting all of those in one bundle. So you just go for the option that speaks to you. But I have to say, there is something for everyone. I like the natural.
They're kind of a project in its own right, or you can use them as individuals.
Oh, yes. Look, I love the detail. You've got that wonderful polka dot design at the bottom, the batiks. Then you've got that linen finish. It's a print, but you've got the linen design on there.
They're all 100% cotton, and that's a kind of linen look finish on there. So really, really nice to work with as well, because they are all 100% cotton.
Considering where you're so good, anyone who's ever, and please email in and you can attest to this, anyone who's ever bought anything from Hayley before and Craft Yourself Silly will know the fabric is exceptional quality. It really is, because so as we know that not all fabrics are made the same, here you're getting 100% cotton, exceptional value, and we're just busy across the board. £19.99 your price, you're saving £5. 834 132 your item number there. We've got more.
Yes.
And the magic of TV has returned. So what have we got here?
I never do it when the camera's on. They can't let me just do it then.
It's the magic. It is. David Copperfield, you've had to reveal your trick.
I know. Oh no, he's in the news for that, isn't he?
He's actually legally had to reveal it. Okay, so talk to me.
I don't think this is as much of a secret, but never mind. Right, so these are the neoprenes, and again, these are fantastic if you're doing bag making or you're looking for any kind of backing that is kind of soft enough but stiff enough, and this one is brilliant for using as a backing for a bag, because you're not going to need to line it because it's coloured all the way through. You can use it as the lining in its own right.
That's such a good point, because it's the perfect balance of softness and stiffness. So for your project,
so if you wanted to double it up, you'd find something really, really stiff. Now it has got a tiny bit of stretch in it, which is helpful for if you've got kind of tight areas and things like that. But it is also really soft and really easy to work with, because it doesn't fray. It doesn't,
and it really nice when you're looking for material that, I mean, to work with. If you've never worked with this before, I mean, at that price as well, Hayley, you're saving £5, $14.99, and you're getting all 5 of these.
And it's brilliant for working with decorative stitches as well, because again, we'll show you on the machine, it's just got that little bit of kind of spongy foaminess to it, and that works really, really well with those heavy decorative stitches. Evens them out beautifully.
Nice colours here too, very usable.
Yeah, getting all 5 colours in there, so you're getting the black. This one is particularly special because it's double-sided. You've got that kind of almost denim look on one side and the bright pink on the other, and then you've got cream, lavender and mint.
Now, we talk about it being a fat quarter, but again, you're generous. Look at the size of that.
They're nice big ones.
They are. So I just think you can do so many different projects with this. You've got a nice mixture of colours as well. But that's what you want. You want something you can work with. OK, details are on your screen. $14.49. Did I not do a good job? $14.99 your price. You're saving £5. 016 415 your item number. I didn't even touch that bit. OK, come on down this way.
Come in.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh wow.
So these are the perfect sparkle ones. These are an interesting fabric because they're one thread. This is probably the easiest one to show it on. The warp thread runs as cotton, so that's the yellow one that you can see here. And then the weft thread that's running here, that is a really super shiny polyester. So you get that beautiful sparkle to it. Now it's still easy to cut, it's easy to work with, it doesn't stretch, it's the same, you would work with it the same way as you would with cotton. But it's got that absolutely amazing sheen to it.
It's got, at first glance, you'd be forgiven for feeling it had an organza look to it. But it's not.
It's much more sturdy than that, and it's really, really lovely to work with, and you can get some beautiful, especially if you're adding kind of a plique and things, really, really beautiful looks to that. And that is, because we've had it previously in two kind of four fat quarter packs. This is every single colour that we do. It is all 8 together.
I love this one. It's got an iridescence to it, so the colour behind...
Yeah, so because it's two different colours running in different directions, it's got what we call a shot effect.
Oh.
So shot is when one colour's running on the warp, so up and down, and then there's another colour running side to side.
Wow, I could stare at that all day. So if you're looking to create something that stands out from the crowd, a little bit special, this is definitely the option to go for. To £24.98, you're saving £9. That's huge. That's a great saving. Normally you'd be paying $33.98 for this, so great saving.
That's the two individual bundles that we used to have. Those bought together would be that $33.98.
Okay.
So that's
take advantage now. You're getting all of it. The full collection. $24.98 is your price. $198,204 your item number. I love tweed.
These are our wool tweeds. Now, we had these on a couple of weeks ago. We've brought back the fat quarters because we've got an absolutely amazing bag pattern on today, which we'll show you in just a second when we get to demo. And this will work absolutely brilliantly with that panel.
Do you know, so tweed, and I'm learning, being at Hochanda, I can appreciate, I never knew this before joining Hochanda, but tweed as a fabric, a material, is expensive.
Yes, it is, and because it's 100% wool, again, that's partially what makes it expensive, and partially what makes it expensive is the process of weaving in the patterns. Of
course.
Because that's a big old machine.
And you've got a lovely mixture of patterns here as well.
You have. We've got kind of 3 that are in the kind of the grey, black tones, and then there's one just at the bottom there. It's got the cream tone in with the twist. So we've got 3 that kind of fit that grey black, and then you've got 3 that fit with the kind of brown pink. So if it was me, I would work those 2 threes together.
Hayley, I've just looked at the price. $24.99 for 100% cotton tweed.
Yeah. Now usually a metre. This is usually about £30 a metre.
Yeah. Easily. I mean, and the rest, really.
It's lovely thick, and it is 100% wool, so it's a fantastic quality.
So you could pay, because I actually did my research a while ago. I was looking into tweed just for working here. No, I was just doing my research. And you could...
What I do on weekends?
That's how I roll. And you could pay anything for a metre from £30 to £50 for quality tweed. So for that price, when you consider the amount of fabric that you're getting here, that is exceptional value, and it's quality tweed.
Because you're getting the smaller bits, you're getting the fat quarters, because you usually have to buy it by the metre.
You're not able to get it there.
No, this is one of the first times we've bought it as a fat quarter, because it's nice to use as kind of a plique and just to add a little bit of something different, and it will work fantastically with the bag pattern. I'll go get the bag actually, and I'll show you.
All right, we are busy for that. It's at the bottom of your screen. But look, ask yourself this question. If you went to your local shop, would you be able to get tweed as a fat quarter? The answer is probably no, because you have to get it on the metre, and how much you can be paying for the metre. So what you're getting here, all these fat quarters, 6 in total, you're saving £5, so £24.99. That is exceptional value. And I'll bet,
This is the bag that we're going to be making in the demo in a second. And this is made with the batting. It's made with the natural fat quarter bundle.
Like it.
So most of the colours are in there, and I've actually got the leftover bits as well, so I can show you how much is left from making that.
That is an awesome bag.
And that handle there, that's got that nice kind of rigidity, you can see if I'm not holding it, it's standing up on its own. That's made with the batting.
Yeah. Just wanted to... Not at all. I just wanted to... Yes.
Nice, it suits you.
Thank you. This could be... I would quite happily wear this as a man bag.
The handle.
Maybe. Look, jokes aside, that is a beautiful bag, and it's going to be a talking point. Pattern for £9.99. You get the pattern. You've got such a lovely mix of fabrics here. Could you make this design out of the tweed?
That's why I've brought it over, because the tweeds would work beautifully for this, and all of the kind of patches that go together is designed so you'll get one long one and one short one out of a 50 centimetre run, and that will produce you the bag that is this size.
Amazing. Details on your screen if you do want to go for that pattern. £9.99, good value for a lovely bag pattern there. 585-999, your item number there. Suits you. Like it. Okay. You hold yourself like the Queen.
Thanks.
You look at that. Very, very nice.
It's because I'm trying to straighten my back up.
It's good.
I'm just going to the chiropractor. I'm going to stay on here.
Okay. Now, tell me about this.
This is our unicorn sparkle. This is the second colourway we've brought to you. We had a darker colourway, and and this is the lighter one, because people were asking for the kind of creamy white that's at the bottom, because they wanted to make unicorns. So we've got those. It comes in all of those 4 colours.
Yeah.
So the pink, the kind of lavender, and the light pink that you've seen at the top, that minty kind of pistachio green.
Pistachio,
Should we go pistachio?
yeah, let's go pistachio.
And then the cream at the bottom.
It's a win.
But it's 100% cotton. It's got a kind of sparkly treatment over the top of it, and that is fine to wash from 30 degrees.
Amazing. So if you're looking to give your projects the sparkly treatment, $16.99 is your price. Your item number is 990211. We're going to be showing you how to make this awesome bag. Before we do that, take a stroll
Demo.
at this. So we've got so much more on our website. Have a look. We've got printed bundles on there too. Now, loads of options here. Organza. Wow. Love that. You have also got your
Broderie anglaise.
broderie anglaise.
Yes.
French?
Yes.
Oh.
Means English embroidery.
Okay, English embroidery. It sounds better how we said it before. But you can find all of that on the website, so do have a look. Right. What are we looking at here? This is 8-pack quarters.
Oh, I forgot about this one.
Oh, tell us about
this one, we have just basically, it's when we've had fabrics on, and the fabrics are kind of end of line, and we've maybe got half a roll left. We just chop everything up into fat quarters and put it in a big box. And this gives you the option to get, it'll be potluck. You may not get the exact ones that are there, but you'll get 8 fat quarters, 100% cotton. So it's great for
8
stash
fat
building.
quarters for $9.99.
If you're making for charity and things like that, it's a great way to get some kind of cheap fabric.
Well, I mean, quality fabric at an exceptional value.
It's the same fabrics that we've had on time and time before, but we just haven't got enough left to do a show with, because obviously we need kind of
I'd be all over that. It'd be a nice
Hochanda.
surprise when you get it home. But you know, £1.50 per fat quarter. Actually, sorry, £1.25 per fat quarter is an exceptional value.
Right, let me just move this out of the way for a second.
While we're looking at that, and I know I mentioned this before, but I think it's really important. If you've never bought anything from Hayley before and Craft Yourself Silly, you'll see in the show, when she's doing demonstrations, how knowledgeable Hayley is. But genuinely, everything that Hayley brings you, it doesn't matter what option you go for, if it has Craft Yourself Silly as the name, it's coming from Hayley, you know that the quality of the fabric will be gold standard, best of the best, because that's what she does. She brings exceptional fabric, but also really nice designs too. There is something for everyone. But when you get it home, and that's why you have so many repeat viewers and repeat customers, it's because people really buy into the quality that you bring.
What we've done is, with these kind of pattern bundles, again, we've got maybe a roll and a half left. So what we've done is we've matched it up with other bits and pieces to create some fantastic fat core. You've been drawn to the Navy Zoo.
Always. Oh, I like
Well, I've called it Navy Zoo because it's got the zebras in there, there's elephants in there, and then at the back again, you've got the fish as well. Now, these are fantastic little bundles because they're 6 fat quarters, which is an instant project, really. And then the one you've got there, that's the elephants and the stars.
I mean, for $14.99, again, that is just such good value.
And then this is the purple posies that you've got in your hand now. Just in front of that, you've got pink posies.
Nice. I fear I've worn the wrong shirt.
Have you?
I made the effort. I actually put this on specifically for this show today. I did. But now I feel I'm blending into what we're offering.
There's a lot of pattern
it's a mistake.
on this one.
It's a mistake.
This is the blue-green posies. And then this is the floral script.
Oh, I like the
that
gold.
we've got at the front, front there. And you can see we've put together little bundles that have everything. That's Funky Farmyard that you've got.
Oh, now if you've got any little projects for little ones, that's great. Oh, now I like that. This has got a bit of a Grecian, Greco-Roman
That
feel.
one's Nouveau.
Yeah.
It's nice, isn't it? We've kind of gone a little bit more out there. That one's the country, I think it's Country Garden. I'm guessing now because I don't really know. And that one is Turtles and Fish.
Oh, I like that.
Fish and turtle.
Fish and turtle.
So close. And Tractor Stripe.
Gorgeous. Those are your options. $14.99 your price.
There are a lot of options there. We have brought you kind of everything today.
Yeah.
There is another one with Cozy Clouds in. The reason I have not put it on the table is because it's got navy in. I brought the wrong colour. It should be white in instead of navy.
Okay.
But I think they've altered it on the website, so you know. But
what are we gonna do?
one of the fantastic projects that you can make with these bundles, all the plain ones that we've showed you before, is the bag. So, where is the bag? The bag is there, and where is it? Oh, here. There we go.
I like your instructions, of course. Your instructions are good.
That's the bag that you will make, and then the instructions are in here. So it tells you exactly, step by step, which ones to sew together, how to layer it up, you know, if you want to add embellishments, what stage to add those at. And then if you're sewing by hand, there's these 3 set of instructions. If you're sewing by machine, there's these 3 instructions. So it's a really, really straightforward project, this one.
Now, if you were to buy a bag like this, you'd pay a fortune.
Now, you can go further. I mean, I've only added 1 handle on here, but you could add a 2nd handle on, you could add clasps on, you know, you could kind of really go to town on it.
Yep.
And what we've done with this one is we've sewn all those bits together, and it's in the instructions of how to do that, and they're just popped together.
Nice. Decorative stitch?
Yeah, I've just used a decorative stitch, and what would normally be, if you're quilting, stitch in the ditch, which is stitch in the gaps.
Yeah.
Between the panels. So I've just used a decorative stitch on this just to add a little bit of interest. Now, you could go nuts on this, because we did an art quilting show a couple of weeks ago, and you could make every single panel something really, really special.
Wow.
Like that. You know,
wow, I do need to let you know, the bag pattern's at the bottom of your screen, and 20% of the stock's gone.
These also give you a kind of an idea of what the bundles look like sewn together as well. So something like using the slashing techniques, or using just a free motion to create a kind of pebble look on there.
This was at a show?
This, yeah, we had an art quilting show, and we did this one. So that one again just uses a lot of kind of the decorative stitches.
These are awesome, Hayley.
So you could do this kind of thing on each of those individual panels, because you're breaking it down into bite-sized pieces.
That would look amazing.
I know.
Seriously, worth the time.
Time to do amazing.
Everyone will pull you to one side and say, how did you do that? Great.
Now, cutting out the pattern will take you about 45 minutes to an hour to cut all the little bits out. Now, if you're happy to use a rotary cutter, you can just layer it up and go straight through. If you're not happy to use a rotary cutter, I am not, because I quite often cut through my fingers. I've done it a couple of times, got loads of rotary cutter scars. So I used scissors, and it did take me about 45 minutes to an hour. Because there's
that's the hard work cutting out. Once you've done that,
that's the hard work, and then you're done. And everything includes the seam allowance on it, so you're kind of good to go. Okay, so that's all your bits sewn together. So what we're going to do is actually construct the bag. Now, there are 2 ways to do this. You can hand sew it, or you can machine sew it. We're going to show you how to hand sew it machine sew it in this hour, and then the next hour we'll show you how to hand sew it. So that's all put together. What we're going to do is fold it in half. And so from here, we're going to sew this side and this side. And do that on both sides. And you'll see, because for machine sewing it, I've created the lining and the backing separate. Because you'll see why in a minute when we come to put it together. So I'm just going to line those up. It's so chunky with this batting on, and that's the beauty of the batting. It will make it so it's a nice solid piece, because it's kind of soft enough that you can move it. It's not so stiff as maybe a bosal, which would make it completely rigid. It's kind of soft enough to have a bit of movement, but again, it's still stiff enough to be able to work with it. So I'm going to just...
I can tell you that the fat quarter is proving very, very popular. So the set of 10, the coloured ones, blue option. So that's what we showed you. 1/3 of the stock's gone. We'll show you a picture. So you are getting a mixture. So you're getting the prints in there, you're getting the batiks, and you're getting the solid block colours. 100% cotton. Beautiful collection. You're saving £5. There's all your colour codes. There's your brights, your greens, your naturals, your pinks, and your purples. Purple, 40%. Oh, busy. Blues and purples. My favourite is the natural.
These are such a good bundle just for either topping up your stash or if you're working on maybe a specific coloured project, you will find something to go with it in here. Oh, sometimes I wish. One day we should have a show that just has open talkback so that you guys can hear what goes on. Because now I'm going to fess up. There was a problem with Yanis's mic, and somebody in the gallery is just going, "Give us a shuffle, please, Yanis." And he's just going.
The illusion of TV. We're nearly 40% of our pattern. So many of you going for this beautiful pattern.
Just line that back up.
Really nice bag, though.
It's a really simple pattern to do actually, and you can make it as simple or as complex as you want. But if you're making to sell, because it is quite a simple pattern, you can put it together quite quickly. So realistically, sewing time, if you didn't put all the decorative stitching on, sewing time is another kind of 45 minutes to an hour. So you could easily have a bag done start to finish within a couple of hours.
3-minute queues on our phone lines. Do you know you showed this earlier on? So you were saying about doing same principle with the panels here on the bag. You could be doing similar techniques.
You could do something like that.
Yeah.
You could,
I'll just
use
take one panel. You don't have to do them all. So maybe just one feature panel where you can do something like that.
Feature panel on each side. You will always cut one slopey panel.
Yeah.
So if I give you that.
Oh, there's a nice slopey panel.
Anti-social sewing machine strikes again. There's one slopey panel, and that will be the one that is kind of on the front of your bag. You can see that kind of has the bit that's towards the opening. So that one slopey panel
is your feature.
Maybe is the one that you use as your feature panel.
Like that.
So I've sewn up both those sides. So both sides and both these bottom pieces as well.
Okay.
So now I'm going to open it out that way and then squish it flat.
This is taking shape very quickly. So you say really that what takes the time is cutting out.
The cutting out takes the time. Obviously, if you want to do more decorative stitches and things, then that will take a little bit longer. But the actual construction of the bag doesn't take very long at all. And the batting is just an absolute godsend for this, because it helps you to, if you've got decorative stitches, you can see how nice and even they are and how it isn't pulling, because that tension is being regulated by the batting. And also, I mean, it's amazing value because you're getting 2 meters.
You have already found the batting, so very, very popular if you do want to go for that batting. $9.99, you're getting 2 meters.
$9.99.
Hayley, surely it's a mistake.
2 meters of it.
What?
Now, if you want a soft finish like we've got there, 1 layer. If you want a much stiffer finish like the handle, that's got 2 layers in.
But still, you say stiff. It's still got a little bit of give. It is the perfect blend of flexible but stiff as well. I really like that. $9.99 your price. You're getting 2 meters. $8.95, $8.98 your item number there.
Nothing. It's all fine. It's all fine. Oh dear. Right. Let me just move this around a tiny bit. Now, when it comes to all these layers, I am actually going to split that so it's flat, rather than trying to go through
to one side, pushing
as many
pressing
layers.
to one side.
And I would normally maybe put a couple of pins in there, seeing as we're going quite quickly today.
So I'm going to impress you, Hayley. I've learnt recently that if I'm doing a pinwheel block, that's one occasion where you would press open, because then you're not having, because it has got so much bulk.
Yes. Normally you would press to the dark side.
Yeah, that's right.
But
not with the pinwheel.
Not with the pinwheel.
See, learning.
You can choose your battles with this one. I think with some areas it is easy to press to the dark side, and around the edge you really want to press whatever it is so you've got your maximum kind of outline. Because with this one, what you do is once you've put that initial kind of bag shape piece, the patchwork piece together, you'll then go in and just layer it up with the other bits to create the I just use that as a template to then cut the other bits out. Because trying to put a template in that's the right size once you've sewn it, and maybe your seam allowances aren't exactly the 1/4 inch, it's far easier just to use that and line it up. So I'm going to do the same again here, just making sure that I line up those two seams, so that top and bottom seam, just lining those up as we go.
Perfect.
There we go, just fix that.
Now, word on the street, you can serve this right, but the cotton...
Oh, the calico.
Yeah, $9.99 for 2 metres.
The calico that we have, again, great for all of these type of projects because we do it in 2 different weights. So the heavy weight, much stiffer, better for if you want the rigidity within a project, and all of our calicos are a loom state fabric, so that means that they're not pre-shrunk. You will need to wash them, dry them, iron them before you start to work with them. Okay. And that's kind of partially why we can bring them to you at the cost that we do for 2 metres for $9.99.
Well, I tell you what, for the sake of giving it a bit of a wash and a dry, I'd take that any day of the week.
Well, what you also need, you should wash and dry your fabric before you sew with it anyway.
Really?
Yes, because sometimes there is the odd little bit of shrinkage, and that's what you'll need to do.
So if you wash it and dry it, you don't get the shrinkage?
Well, the shrinkage will happen when you wash it and dry it. So there you go. Oh, look at that join. Proper good today. Sorry.
Perfect.
Smashed it.
Perfect.
Smashed it even with no voice. Bringing it back.
You're doing really well.
Hey, that one's pretty good as well. Considering I had no pins, I'm taking that.
Take it. Hey, if anyone can do it, it's you, Hayley.
So you can see this one, you can see the difference now between just adding that little decorative stitch onto it and the one that you've got. I'll pass it over to you so you can have them side by side. There you go.
You can just see the difference here. Awesome. Now that's really taken shape.
Yes, and it's that batting that will help it do that, because our batting is unique. Most of it is just like a felted cotton or a felted polyester. Ours has actually got a thin layer of foam on the back of it, which allows it to kind of sit in that middle ground between something heavier like a bosal and something much softer like a cotton
I think this
batting.
is pretty nifty. Would you mind, Hayley, if we had a quick pause, did a recap, or did you want to show anything before I go?
No, I'll set up for the next one.
Okay.
And have some juice.
Okay, have a little bit of a drink.
And you can do some stuff.
What, very important before I go, you get one of those.
Thanks.
Boom. Now, take a look at this. Really busy for this option. So we have got 10 fat quarters, different colourways. You can see $19.99 your price. The blues, brights, greens, naturals, pinks, and purples. I'm going to show them to you in a moment, but there's the details and the price. Busy for that. And we've got more. We've got the mix-up. Now look at the value here, $9.99. Look at the saving, £10. Take advantage. Now, contents may vary here, but one thing that won't vary is the quality. 802-682, your item number. We've also got printed cottons as well. Now, you're getting 6 fat quarters. You got your tractor stripes coming through. We've got lots in there, different options. 935-647, your item number. What I will say, that you know the mix-up, it was interesting hearing Hayley talk about that. Effectively, when craft sales silly, when they're getting towards the end of a roll and they haven't got enough to bring you larger projects, what they do, they cut everything down into fat quarters. So although you're getting it for $9.99, which is half price, it's exceptional value, and it's the quality. You're still getting the same quality, you get everything there, but it's just really good value. Speaking of value, take a look at this. 10 fat quarters. 10 fat quarters, you've got different options, different colourways, but if you have a look, all of them designed to work together. So you've got your block colours, then you've got this linen print, gorgeous linen print coming through, really nice. Everything 100% cotton. We're moving on to our batiks now. Now, in the bag inspiration Hayley showed you, use the batik as a lining. It's exceptional, really nice. It's got that little flare to it. And speaking of flare, love the little polka dot print there as well. So beautiful colourways, designed strategically to tie in together. This option is our first option with the blues. Over half the stock has gone here. We're moving on to our brights, and as the name suggests, bright and beautiful. So once again, you're getting your block colours, you're getting your linen print, you're getting your batiks, and then you've got that wonderful little polka dot. How would you be using your brights? Now, would you use it as to make one large project? Would you just break it into your stash? Could this be the lining, possibly for a bag, if you wanted to make lining for a bag? If you wanted to make a whole bag, you've got enough here to make the purses to match as well, or maybe soft toy projects. We've got more. Now, we'll be bringing the details back onto your screens in just a moment. What about here? How we're having a look at the greens. Very natural, earthy. The batiks and the linen. Now, these three, actually, look at all these, just jump out. I like them all, because I love the block colours, I love the linen, I love the batiks, and I love the polka dot. Oh, greens could be a new favourite, I don't know, because then we're moving on to the naturals, which is my favourite. Gorgeous. You could do so many different things with the naturals. Now, this was the collection used for the bag, and it's $19.99, whichever option you go for. But you can see that, look at this. How well does the naturals work with this bag pattern, which a lot of you are going for? I think, now, if you were to buy a bag of this quality in the shops, you'd pay a fortune. Look at the batik in there as well. Now, you really would pay an absolute fortune. Don't. Make your own. Make as many as you like, and you get to pick the colourways and the designs and the fabrics you use. You can make this out of tweed. We've got an option for you. That's lovely. I like the bag design too. So there are your naturals. You're getting all 10 of those for $19.99, saving £5. Moving on to our pinks. Love these. Now, 30% of the pinks have gone. Linen finish. Ooh, wow. Look, now look at that. It just jumps. And then you've got your polka dots. Breaking news. We could have our first one to go, because purples are now limited stock. If you do want to go for the purples, if you want to take advantage of the savings, I can give you the item number. 834132 is your item number. From memory, very, very good. So you can see all of those beautiful, beautiful fabrics. OK, can I just say, with the fat quarters, now any sewers out there, you can appreciate the value that you're getting. The fact that Hayley's worked really hard to bring you all 10 fat quarters that are designed to work together. If you do want to place an order, it's 834132. $19.99 your price. You're saving £5. Moving on, we have got these are interesting. Is your neoprene. So what they do, they've got a little bit of stretch, a little bit of give, but then they've got the softness, but equally they hold their shape. So it's a really interesting material. Now, you are getting all 5 here, which could be used in so many different ways. If you wanted to have this as a lining and actually not put any structure, so you're not adding any structure, you're just using a neoprene, that would work. All of those coming through. Now, details will be coming up on your screen in just one moment, but we are approaching 40% of the stock. $14.99, 016415, your item number there. And it is on your screen. Moving on. So, we got our sparkles here, and these are really cool. I really like these, and Hayley is...
So one goes in one direction, and one goes in the other.
So Hayley's saying it's a shot weave. One goes in one direction, so the warp and the weft all... Basically, one's going with the warp, one's going with the weft. You're getting that... Perfect example is here. You're actually getting 2 different tones, so that sort of reddy copper comes through depending on how you hold it. So if I hold it like this, you can see you're getting the reddy copper coming through, but then the blue is also coming through. 198204, your item number there. Gorgeous. All 8 of those. Now, previously, I need to draw your attention to the savings. So previously, when these were brought on, they were as a 4. And you got two lots of 4 with your fat quarters. Everything I've shown you has been fat quarters. This is the full collection right now for $24.98. You're saving £9 in there. Okay. Can I just say, man of the match so far has to be floor manager Hannah. What she was doing when the graphics went down, she was writing down the individual item numbers, holding them for me. But here's the thing, when the graphics came up on the system, she was still doing it. But I appreciate that. That goes above and beyond. Thank you, Hannah. Moving on to the tweed. Look at this. Okay, listen. 6 fat quarters. Now, one thing I'll tell you, because, say, I've learnt a bit about tweed working here at Hochanda. For experienced sewers, if you've gone out in the past to get some tweed, you'll know traditionally you can't get any less than a metre, and a metre could set you back for £30 to £50, depending on where you're getting it. But there are, I mean, tweed as a fabric is not cheap. Quality tweed, cotton tweed here. This is really good quality. Now, you have got 3 of your monotone browns, and then you've got 3 of the pinky browns as well, all designed to work together, tying in, complement, or strong enough to stand alone, but a really nice mix. If you're looking, if you maybe tweed's been outside of your price bracket, or you just want to have a little stash of tweed for £24.99, so you cannot go wrong. What about using the tweed to make that fantastic bag? Ideas. By the way, bag pattern, limited stock. I know, busy. Oh, you will not regret it though. If you make that bag, and you've got that for life, you've got the pattern, you've got the knowledge, you've got the options for fabrics here, it's a win. £24.99, tell you will not regret this. £24.99, saving £5, 679,938. Oh. Everyone at home, now I can see you. Put up your hands if you love unicorns. I can see. Oh yes, a lot of hands going up there. I appreciate the hands going up in the studio as well. You like llamas?
Tapirs.
Oh, also mythical animals there, the llamas and the capers. There we go.
Tapirs.
Tapirs?
Tapirs.
Tapirs.
I'll show you a picture later.
Okay, there we go. Apparently a tapir is a real-life animal. No, it's not. OK, look, what you're getting here is 4 fat quarters. These are beautiful. They've got an iridescence, a sparkle to them. It's called unicorn. They're unicorn sparkle, and you can see why. If I lift that up, how it catches the light. Ooh, that sparkly little bit of magic. You are getting all 4 of these fat quarters. Jokes aside, this is perfect if you are looking to make a project that stands out. Could be a unicorn, could be whatever you like. 100% cotton, but quality. Let me pick this up, because you see it here, and you're like, oh, OK, Yanis, what's so special about it? But then, if I lift that up, then you get to appreciate why it's unicorn sparkle. This is you can still wash it absolutely fine. This is very important. I do need to say that no unicorns were hurt in the making of this. Much. $16.99 your price, 990-211 your item number there. We've got some printed fat quarters for you as well. $14.99, 6 fat quarters. Ooh-wee. You just choose the theme you like. Tell you what, we're going to play put producer Connie on the spot, but here's the thing, you have to pick with director Alex between you. What are you going to go for? Work as a team? Oh, well, no, that's not working as a team. That's just Alex shouting out Funky Farm. OK, there we go. We'll go for the Funky Farm. It's in your basket. You're good to go. But good quality. And I think value for money. Again, Hayley, you've got so much out there. Just you always bring quality and value.
We've brought an awful lot today.
Yeah.
We have brought an awful lot. I mean, we must have 3, 6, 9, nearly, what, 12 different options on these.
I like this.
Just amazing options. And see, originally that one had a friend that went with it. But we've run out of that one. But we've found another 5 that go beautifully with it. And that makes just such a nice... it's an instant project.
It is. If you were... Now, this reminds me of a scarf that a family member used to wear. You know, I can't mention the shops. But the scarf, it was a really expensive scarf from a well-known shop. Yeah. And instantly you got that feel, that design there, but everything complementing.
All of these bundles are all 100% cotton as well. I have got the Cozy Clouds bundle down here.
Cozy Clouds, yeah.
But the navy is not in it.
OK.
Let me take the navy out. There you go.
All right.
There should be white in there, not navy. No navy.
Oh, I like this, though.
No navy.
Now, there's the clouds, which you can see, very cute. Oh, and the daisies. This is a nice bundle. I'm glad. Thank you. The only difference is you're getting a white in there.
Yes, you do get 6. Yeah. But I had navy in my little bag, but it's actually white that goes in it.
Which would tie in beautifully with the daisies.
It does. It ties in with the daisies, and it also, because it's such a light blue on that background, it ties in with the white clouds that are in there as well.
Lovely. OK, thank you.
OK.
What are we doing next?
What we've done is we're now assembling the bag. Now, it's usually at this point I would add the handles, because the handles kind of need to go in between here. Yeah. I have forgotten my handles, so we will sew it without, and then we'll add handles afterwards, just to show you a different way to do it. So
I like it. You could say you've got a handle on that.
I have got a hand. Thank you, Yanis.
Okay, thank you. Can you just tell everyone what you've done while we left you?
Okay, what I've done is I've got the lining of the bag, and I hadn't left a hole in it, so I was busy unpicking a hole in it so I could turn it the right way out.
Okay.
You know, I'm always for full disclosure on this.
Hey.
I make mistakes. You will all make mistakes as well.
There's always a
so
solution.
I'd rather share that and show you how to fix it rather than just magically da-da-da, it's all done.
That's a lot more valuable because we'll make those mistakes.
So,
I'd rather see how you solve it.
So what I've done is the bag itself is right way out, and then the lining is wrong way out, and then I've pinned them together all the way along, and now all I need to do is sew around here and then turn it inside out.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I shall begin to do that now. Just trying to line up these edges. There we go.
Oh, I have to say,
So
our fat quarters sets of 10.
You've got two options with
they're
this.
busy.
You can kind of just fit it under the machine and slowly work it round, or if you wanted to sew with that bit on top, you can actually take your bit off your machine to leave the sleeve on, and that would allow you to sew it from the outside in. Do you see what I mean?
We've got some breaking news. I'm kind of excited by this. I'll tell you why.
Put the pins in upside down.
Oh no!
I know. I'm going to have to sew it the other way. It's all right. Well, to get around that, it's a slightly more difficult sew because you're kind of manipulating it more as you're moving around.
Just to say, the fat quarter bundle, the sets of 10. We've lost our first option. The purple, I'm afraid, has gone. Now you know, because this is a Craft Yourself silly show, what that means. We get to throw these at Hannah.
Yeah, I would maybe stack them.
Yeah. Or no, you can throw individually, half each.
Excellent. Ready?
We'll
Together though.
Yeah.
Right,
okay.
1,
2, 3. There we go, Hannah. Just throw. Oh, not at the camera. I'll just throw these. And there we go. Thank you. Okay, now just let you know the blue option, 75% of the stock's gone. Not far behind. I feel bad now, Hannah. We won't do that again.
Yeah, you will.
To tidy up that mess. Sorry, Hannah. We've still got 1.5 queues on the
It's been
phone
all
line.
show long.
I know. It's because you keep bringing us the good stuff.
Oh, maybe everybody's gone on their lunch.
Not at all. Do you know what? They hear you're in, and that everyone gets a
quick,
rallying call. Quick, Ellie, everyone get inside. That's a sorry sight. I feel very bad now. You can't see this, but poor... Are we able to get a shot of that? No, we're not allowed. Poor Hannah's on the floor tidying up after our mess. Hang on.
All right. So it's just a case of, I mean, this is a good way to show it, just in case you have got a machine where you can't remove that sleeve on. You just need to kind of slowly work your way around, stitching it together. Oh, I've got enough time, I think, just to get this done before we finish. And because all those seam allowances are the same, all you're doing is keeping that constant distance, that 1/4 inch between your needle and the edge of the machine.
Cool.
And you can see I'm just manipulating that round. I'm just going to flatten that seam open.
Can I ask a question, Hayley? With the bag pattern, I know we're really busy for that bag pattern. What kind of level ability would... Oh, I need to tell you, sorry, the bag pattern has gone. Apparently I've been told that a while back, I didn't say. What kind of ability would we need to be for this bag pattern?
Well, for this, you can be any ability, because the actual pattern itself, really simple.
Yeah.
How you work on it and embellish it is entirely up to you. So if you've got mad sewing skills, then you can do things like the samples that we showed you.
Have a look at that. I need to tell you as well, the batting has gone... we're seeing things fall. This is Hayley's first live hour, but the batting has gone as well. Busy. You know something else that's extremely busy? The unicorn sparkle. Look at what you are getting. So you're getting that wonderful white, you're getting the pistachio, you're getting the purple, and you're getting the pink. All of those. But it's how it catches the light. You don't really see it. It's a special fabric, 100% cotton, washable to 30 degrees.
Yeah, 30 degrees. You'll be absolutely fine. Just wash it like normal. I mean, we do recommend that any new fabric you wash, dry, iron before you work with it. Just because if it is going to shrink or it is going to change in any way, that's when it's going to happen. And the last thing, especially for dressmaking, the last thing you want to do is make something and then try it on, it fits lovely, wash it, and then it shrinks. It might just be by 5%, and then you're like, why are you laughing?
Just making me laugh. Sorry.
Well, because I can't talk.
No, not at all. No, no, I wouldn't laugh
things...
because you couldn't talk. You just looked.
You thought you were getting a quiet show, didn't you?
I tell you what, to be able to present this show with your throat, I think you're doing a great job.
It doesn't hurt. I've just got no voice. It's just,
it made me cry a little bit. Tears of joy.
No.
Tears of joy.
Oh. My bottom thread ran out.
Oh no!
That far from the end.
Oh.
Oh, can you do something while I fix
with this? Yes, I can sort perfect, as if
something
as if it was planned. Take a look. Now we have got our mix-up. This is awesome. So with the mix-up, look at the value here: $9.99, and you are getting. We're approaching 30% of the stock. You're getting 8 fat quarters for $9.99, £1.25 per fat quarter. 8
fat quarters.
I know. 8.
8.
8. 8. Why are we just shouting 8 at each other?
A toddler.
All right, now we've also got the English embroidery fabric here. So, or how do we pronounce it? What? Say again.
Embroidery anglaise.
Embroidery anglaise. They're $12.99 your price. You've got different options on our website. 553116 your item number. We've also got the printed ones, which you can see here. Now, you've got 12 different options, something for everyone. So whether it is the elephants that you got there, that's your pink elephants. Ooh-wee. Then you've got your navy Sue. Love that. I tell you, navy Sue, great for more masculine projects.
Yeah, we did try and put a couple of bundles together that would suit, more masculine projects. Like the turtle fish one as well.
This is your purple posies.
It's quite kind of greys and things, works quite well.
Cozy cloud here. Now it is missing the white, which will be in there, but you've got a lovely mix. I love the daisy designs. You've got the clouds. This is our blue posies. Beautiful. Now this is the pink posies. Oh, I love that. It's got a bit of Victorian feel to it. Really nice. Vintage. Country garden. Again, lovely imagery. Beautiful print. That's a country garden. I like this. This is a fish turtle. Again, as a guy, this is what I'm drawn to. I think really nice. Coming down here.
I know these names seem silly, but what happens is, if we, when Lewis and Neil were naming things, they used to name them completely random stuff. Like it was a pirate fabric, and they'd name it R. And you're like, what? How are people supposed to know what stuff is?
Say what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah. Tractor stripes. Look, it's a tractor, and you've got stripes.
Done.
Tractor stripes. I like this one as well. So this is the Nouveau. Lovely. And then you've got your farmyard. And funky farm, I should say. Lovely. And finally...
That's floral script, that one.
Script. With that gilt, it's like it's got a bit of a gilding.
Really, and the fabrics just work so beautifully together. This one was actually on quite recently, but we only had about half a row left, so there's not enough to make a show with it. So
how did you get on?
Right, so I'm done. That's all sewn on the top there, and now we just got to turn it right side out. Now, as I said before, you need to leave a hole in your lining. So when I sewed the bag together and I sewed those two sides, and then I went straight across. Just leave the straight across.
Okay.
Because that will allow you to turn it out, because it's far better to have the join on the inside where you can't see it than on the outside. Now what you could do is, before you put your lining together, you could add some pockets into the lining.
Oh yeah.
You could even top stitch.
Make it work for you. Add a zip if you wanted.
Top stitch something onto the top.
Yeah.
Because one of these you could make into a pocket.
Yes. Could you add a zip if you wanted?
The shape of this isn't quite conducive to a zip. You could add a zip onto the pocket on the inside. Yeah. But yeah, I'm sure we had magnetic clasps on a previous show. You could easily add one of the magnetic clasps to it. So let's get that right way out. And then what I would do is top stitch this. Because obviously you can see at the minute that edge is rolling out a little bit, and actually I should have snipped the batting back a little bit just to allow it to turn a little bit more. So what you can do is then just top stitch that, so that will tidy it up. So we'll get that done. I'll maybe get it started now, but we'll get it finished in the next hour.
Breaking news with that batting, so we sold it out, but we've worked on magic. It's coming back on extended delivery. 3 days extended delivery, but you can once again get hold of the batting, $9.99, 2 meters. 2 meters for $9.99. Details on your screen, 895-898. It's going to be dispatched from the 1st of May. Don't miss out. Honestly, exceptional value there. Something you're going to use. It's very, very good. We've got more for you. Take a look at our website. Website is your friend. So if you do want to go for your broderie anglaise, $12.99, and you choose whichever one you want to go for. Beautiful though, really, really nice, lovely colourways, which we will show you because Hayley's just pulled out a big stash. Oh, they're really nice actually. You have to see these in real life because they're wonderfully detailed. You'll see why they're so special. Hayley, these are lovely.
Yeah, so we've got, there's 2 different kind of ways that these guys come. So one way is, let me find an edge, with the unfinished edges.
Right.
So, and that happens in the mint, in the blue, in the pink, and in the lilac.
Right.
The other way that these guys come, there's my sticker. The other way that these come, and this is, let me just check that one. No, I think that one's the lemons and unfinished as well. But these ones here, the white, the cream, yes, the white, the cream, the peach and the black has got...
It's like a scallop.
A finished edge on. So if you are looking, say maybe you're doing a cushion and you're looking for the back of the cushion, you're not going to need to edge that. Maybe you're looking to make a skirt or a summer dress or a top.
Perfect.
You're not going to need to do that bottom edge. You don't need to hem it, it's done for you.
This would make a beautiful blouse.
It would, and also maybe home decor if you're looking to make maybe a blind. Brilliant for that.
Very quickly, can you just tell us which one has the finished edges?
Okay.
So the
finished edges are the peach, the cream, the black, and the white. Now the black is a really, really unusual colour to get in embroidery anglaise. It's traditionally always done in all the light colours and the pastels. So the black is a really unusual colour to get it in, and it's absolutely stunning. But if you are going to make a blouse out of it, line it. Yeah. Because otherwise it's a bit see-through. Okay,
same for the summer.
Unless that's your thing.
Hey.
Maybe it's your thing, Yanis.
That would be if I was going to go for it, yeah.
You'd just... yeah, I would advise lining it.
Okay.
Or put a vest on underneath.
There you go.
There you go. But great for kind of nice floaty summer tops and things.
Beautiful. And like you say, really home decor, you're not just restricted to clothing.
No, no,
Look, white is in the lead at the moment, so you've got options with the finished edge. So just to be clear, peach, cream, wine, and black have the finished edge. The rest are raw.
The other colours, the pink, the purple, the lavender, sorry, the blue, green, and the lemon, they have all got the kind of unfinished edge. Have you lost some?
Where's the rest of our pink? Oh, it's fallen down. Okay, so... Thank you. Let's go through these options because we're coming towards the end of the show. These are our fat quarters. We've already sold out of purple. You're getting all 10.
Okay.
Blue.
Blue. Bright. I've got no voice left. Green. Natural. And pink.
And there you go. You've got, in each option, you've got your block colour, then you've got your linen print, you've got your batiks, and then your polka dot.
Batiks in there and your polka dots. Yeah. It's always a bit of a mixture, but you will always get 3 solids. Everything works together. It's designed that way, so it's an instant project. And 10 fat quarters is equivalent to 2.5 metres of fabric.
For $19.99, you're saving £5. You cannot go wrong. When are you back on next?
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. Do not miss it. With me?
With you.
Oh, poor you. Come on. There we go. Go team. Thank you so much for keeping us company. Well done. Got another show coming up. Don't go anywhere.
Bye.
Oh, bless. I thought Hayley did really well. Coming up next, do not miss it. It's Sheena Douglas, One Day Special. Oh, I'm there. Then we've got Abigail, Threaders, Purse Kits. I'm there. And then we've got Shrink It with Kay. I'm there.
Crafter's Companion watercolour card is ideal to use with all water-based colouring mediums. The smooth professional grade 300 GSM card gives a high quality finish with pencils, paints, distress inks and more. Consisting of 60 A4 sheets, this pack makes the ideal addition to your craft stash. To stock up, check out hochanda.com.
Hi, I'm Chloe from Chloe's Creative Cards. We are an award-winning family company based here in the northeast of England. We've been working with Hochanda since the very beginning and the launch of the channel, and we've had such an amazing journey so far. We've been bringing you lots of fabulous new stamps, dyes, glitters, embossing powders, and we've got so much more to bring over the coming years too. Over the coming months and year, we'll bring you some fantastic new products to Hochanda. We'll be extending our dye range and we'll be bringing you some fantastic new stamps as well, along with our gorgeous sparklicious glitters and some fabulous new colours in the wow embossing powders too. It's going to be a brilliant year, and I really hope that we'll bring you something that inspires you in your card making. Don't miss my shows and craft along with me on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Dali from Dali Art, and I've been crafting for over 10 years, and I've actually just recently turned my passion of crafting into my business. I started off actually with doing canvases for mixed media, lots of interior design, and I've actually grown that passion and gone into mainstream in terms of stencils, dyes and stamps. My collection is mixed media, East meets West, and a lot of this comes from my heritage, and I've also just collaborated with Pentart, and this gives me the products I need to enhance my stamps, stencils and die designs. Please join me for my shows here on Hochanda.
Hello and welcome. It's marvellous to be with you. My name's Leonie and we are Sheena. Really looking forward to this hour because it's the one-day special. Absolutely brand new beautiful stamps from Sheena, and of course the gorgeous aqua tints. So this is one of them sets that you can just play.
Oh, we would have so much fun. In fact, we're going to have so much fun.
We're going to have so much fun.
That's the plan. That's what we're planning.
We've got a plan, haven't we?
We've got a plan, yeah. But they are. They're the kind of things that colouring with them straight from the brush pen.
Yeah.
You use them just like that and it's great. And if that's what you want to do, fabulous. But you can do so much more.
Yeah.
Because they're everything you could do with aqua tints before when they were in the jars.
Yes.
But in a really convenient delivery system as in a brush pen.
Yeah. Which means obviously really adaptable because and a gorgeous colour palette as well. Now, your one day special. Your one day special gives you the gorgeous collection of pens. So you have, as you can see from that one, you've got beautiful bright ones, you've got pastels, you've got some autumn tones, and you've got some really nice bright colours. So that's your pen collection. You're getting that first of all. I'm going to be dead quick because I'm just whipping around what you're going to get. That's your gorgeous colours, okay? And then with your one day special, you're also getting all the stamps. Now, have a look at this because, again, all hand-drawn by Hochanda. You get the beautiful big sunflower, the big dragonfly there. And again, these are way bigger than you're actually seeing on the packaging. I love it because the little bit sketchy ones, the full scenes, every now and again you do a full scene. I don't remember you doing a full scene for a little while though.
No, it's been a bit because normally I have them like deconstructed so you can stamp them where you want, but sometimes you want to just stamp the whole thing and colour it in, you know, and use that as an overlay. I'm using the aqua tints in the background to make some great fabulous sunset types images. They're great for those. What I've done, Leonie, you know as a stamper, there's different types of stamps in this set.
Indeed.
There's your old school kind of drawing stamps with your sunflower and your Sweet William, And then there's ones that are silhouette, because you can do different things with silhouette than you can with the open ones. Fabulous for your background. Big, bold images with the dragonflies, great for, again,
gorgeous sentiments as well.
Sentiments. And then you've got the photo and drawing combination. So originated from a photo, but with hand-drawn elements in as well. They come, and it gives it a different look. Because again, but most importantly, if you're a stamper, if you want to be a stamper, if you're a paper crafter, it gives you more techniques to play with.
It really is a good combination for that.
That's
you
what
know, you can mix and match them together, or of course use them utterly independent. And your pens will give you all the different types of techniques, and beautiful colour palette with the pens.
And they're fabulous. You see, the thing is when you look at that colour palette, you think, well, okay, I'm just seeing every colour in its most intense state. But you've got to think that when you add water to it, you get pastel and lighter, paler versions of all of those things because they're water-based. And then they all mix together. So you've got an infinite palette to use, really.
See, look at that. That just looks hand-drawn. That does not look like a stamp. That's phenomenal, isn't it?
That's because these paints stamp so well. So you brush the colour onto the stamp and stamp with them.
Fantastic.
And it looks like it hasn't been stamped.
It's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I love that as well.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's phenomenal.
So don't have to go full colour. You can just keep it, you know, keep it with your inks, keep the stamps there separately. Home deco, but see, scale-wise, they work for home deco. That would work in a frame.
Of course it would. And that's the thing, isn't it? You know, they are really good for mixing and matching.
They are.
Big backgrounds. You could really create, you could even create wrapping paper with these.
You could.
But yeah, for home decor, framing a piece like that is going to look sensational.
Yeah, I mean, look at the size of those dragonflies. I mean, that would be amazing in a frame.
Yeah, it would.
That's so funky. It's so cool.
I love how it's coming off the page.
Isn't that clever?
Yeah, that is really cool. And look at the wings.
Oh, my team keep getting tricky, I tell you.
Hey, they're tricky, aren't they? Your team, love. Tricky team.
Look at
that is just beautiful.
Look at how
that's some masking, isn't it?
Some masking there, Pam.
Yeah,
and I love the colours. I think that looks like a gorgeous fabric.
Yeah.
You know, like you can imagine, like interior, nice posh, like drapes and cushions and.
That's beautiful,
lovely, isn't it?
That is beautiful.
Fabulous.
Okay, I'm going to show you as many samples as I can. We've got tons here. Basically, because I like looking at samples, it's just for me, rude but true. Okay, this is your one-day special. Now, look at that savings. So you are saving £12.99. That basically equates to a set of pens that you are not paying for, and you've got your 2 flex buys. 2 flex buys, just £31 and something. What are our 2 flex buys? I've already forgotten. £31 and what? Our 2 flex buys. 2 flex buys. There we go. £31.96. That's how much you're paying this month. You know exactly what you're paying next month. Now, already for the one-day special, it is 70% of the stock has gone. Okay, now that's on your one-day special, 676248. So that's one option. However, you might be a mega fan of the pens you've already got at home. You might already have maybe sparkle pens, or you might have aqua tints and you're thinking, well, I love the aqua tints I've got from the bottle. You might just want the stamps. We've got that option. And you've still got a really good price. You're saving £11 if you're not part of Hochanda Freedom. However, Hochanda Freedom members, you are saving an extra £2.50, which means altogether you're saving £13.49. That means you're not paying for 2 sets of stamps.
That's super
That
good.
is amazing.
Yeah, we don't normally do that.
No, that is really good. So you're literally only paying for 4 sets of stamps. That is a deal. And today, £22.45, that's your delivered price for Hochanda Freedom members, because you don't pay postage. 459913. If you do want to join Hochanda Freedom, you can see the details coming along, just scrolling along the bottom of your screen. You can check out more details on the website, hochanda.com. That's, of course, where you can place your order. You can order all of this on the phone lines as well, 01733 602,000. And do you know what? Them stamps have been really busy. 3/4 of the stock has gone. And honestly, they are beautiful, beautiful stamps. Okay, now get on the website, get on the phone lines, but most importantly, stay tuned, because I nearly actually did call you our Sheila again then.
Oh, we were talking about it before the show. I knew
because we'd literally been talking about it. Nearly popped out then. Our Sheena nearly popped out, but I managed to hide it in. But our Sheena's going to be demonstrating, so stay tuned. We did say gorgeous finished samples. We've got a little clip to show you more of those. Hello, welcome back. Now, before we crack on with this weird little thing, everything but kitchen sink, we wanted to show you the pens because, for starters, you get a gorgeous colour palette.
You do.
So, lovely, right from the beginning, right from where I go, this is what you can do. But there's tons of things you can do, isn't there, Sheena?
Yeah, there are. And you know what? If we were thinking we'd get this in the top of the show because it's just... You know, it would be a shame to forget to show you this because this just is scratching the surface. We're going to do some techniques that aren't even in the book this hour. Two extra ones,
Techniques not even in the book.
I know.
Gosh, Sheena.
Wow.
So, take me through the
stamping.
journey.
So you stamp there with a water-resistant ink like your StazOn or your Archival or your VersaFine.
Yeah.
And colour in. There you go.
Easy base,
you can colour in via just the pen directly, or if you want to make it paler, scribble a little bit of the ink out and use a brush to colour in with.
Superb.
Easy peasy.
So easy peasy picking up, colouring in. That's
stamping
nice.
with them. I love
So that
stamping.
is directly on the stamp with the pens.
You colour your rubber stamping or whatever stamp you're using with your pens and then stamp with the pens.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Dry them a little bit and pull in the colour from the line.
Don't it look effective?
Love that effect.
Never boring. Oh, I love
that effect as well.
I do.
So stamping and embossing, but when you do that with white embossing powder, it gives it a whole different look.
Yeah, it does. That is one of those, again, it's so easy, but so ridiculously effective. Love that technique.
Washes, so if you want to create a full background wash with these, you can.
And I love how matte they are.
They love that.
Because I'm used to sparkle, it's so nice seeing that really nice matte finish, isn't it?
Absolutely. And the thing is, that we're talking about as well, it's about the contrast.
Yes.
It's about having sparkle and matte to show each other off.
Juxtaposition.
Absolutely.
It's the one big word I know.
I concur. So now we've got the background applied with glycerin.
Yeah.
So this is where you would use your inks in the past to do it. It looks airbrushed, doesn't it?
Yeah. And it feels really smooth.
It does. It's matte again.
Is it the glycerin? It gives it that lovely feel.
Yeah.
Would it be like that on my skin?
Do you know what? Glycerin's good for your skin.
Is it?
Yes, there used to be. There's a book with a certain makeup company, and for years when I was a young'un, back of the book, Rose and Glycerin hand cream.
Oh.
I bet you remember out there.
Oh,
you know which one? There was the doorbell involved in the advert.
Oh, that one.
That one.
Oh, I might have to
Rose and Glycerin hand cream.
Anyway, next.
Sponged.
Beautiful.
So it's sponged on.
Gorgeous.
Really cool. That's your chalk paint, but mixed with your own chalk paint by tinting gesso with your aquatint.
Fantastic. So again, that gives it such opacity, doesn't it?
Good coverage, good opacity, good for clinging onto things that wouldn't normally paint onto, your water-based paints like tin or MDF.
Yes.
So, mixed media, your furniture, cool.
Yeah, brilliant. Oh, look at that. Salt.
Yeah, do that.
Fabulous.
Yeah. Cling film.
Love that.
Cool.
The cling film is such a cool technique.
That's painting onto an acrylic block and then spritzing it and stamping directly from the block.
Love the colours.
That's the wash that we saw earlier.
Yeah.
But then you spritz your stamp with water and then stamp with water.
Beautiful. So a bit of full bleach.
Full bleach.
Just water.
That's the same wash, but before it dries, drop water on it. And it's a difference between even just dropping water onto a background colour. If you do it when it's wet, it looks completely different to when it's dry.
Yeah, I love that. I love this.
Love that one.
That is so cool.
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
That looks like a 50s fabric to me.
Yeah.
So that's just rectangles of colour, different sizes rectangles, but overlapping. That shows how vibrant and clean and translucent the colours are.
Yeah.
Because that wouldn't work with an opaque colour. You wouldn't work at all. So these are the lighter colours, the pastel, the spring ones in the set.
That's absolutely stunning. And that's so easy, innit? I really like that. Cool. That might be my favourite.
That with your silhouette big black echinacea flowers over the front.
Stunning.
That's a background where you would apply gesso in a random fashion. Either by putting it on your on your glass mat or your work surface, spritzing it, then picking it up like direct to paper. So it's really random.
And it feels, you can feel where the gesso is.
You can. And then you put the wash over the top once it's dry.
Yeah.
And you get that where it's reacting differently, where there's more or less
if
gesso.
you stamped with your gesso and did it instead of doing it randomly and then went over, your gesso would react, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. And then similar to this, but not as vibrant. That's stamped with Pebble drawing gum.
Right.
Then washed over the top when it's dry and then removed.
Beautiful. Cool. Your drawing gum, in fact, we've already talked about that because one of those beautiful samples with drawing gum, if you do want that, it's just popped in there. You're getting 2 tubs for £9.98. It'll last ages.
Yeah, it's great stuff. I mean, seriously,
Clean
if you
up.
haven't got that yet, clean up. I love that one. Such a reminder just for me. And clean up, Gina.
Clean up.
And clean up.
Note to self, clean up. But that is just mopping up whatever is on your glass mat. It's always going to look good.
It always looks good.
Even if your glass mat's like mine, it's generally covered in a bit of glue and everything. It just gives you texture.
Yes.
See, all of that and more you can do with these pens. That's the beautiful thing about using the watercolour products, all part of your one-day special. If you would like that, again, 3/4 of stock now has gone on that one-day special. You've got your flexi buy, 2 payments, £31.96, and of course you've got that savings. So effectively, one of those lovely sets of pens you're not going to be paying for. That's yours for nothing. 676-248. Right, kitchen sink
Right, so
time.
yeah, what we've got. Well, this is all the stuff that I thought we could play with this hour. Right, so we've got some tissue, just ordinary tissue paper.
Yeah.
We've got some bubble wrap, big and small bubble wrap. Could be cling film too. We've got a kitchen sponge.
Yes.
We've got a bit of tacky glue.
Lovely.
We've got some salt. And we've got some floor polish.
Oh.
I know. I look like a picture of domesticity. None of it for any of
You
that
look
stuff.
like a domestic goddess.
I do. I'm scaring myself as I look at it. So shall we pop these things to one side and we'll start playing?
Yes.
Okay. Let's start with just showing you what a wash looks like on these cards. So we're going to work on smaller cards so we can have a bit of a play.
Okay. Is watercolour cardstock? Is that
watercolour
what you're working upon?
cardstock? Yep, that'll be great. So let's do the salt to start with. Yeah.
All right.
So when you're doing the salt background, it looks really cool, but there's things to know on how to make it look better.
Okay.
Or not as good. So shall we do warm colours, cool colours? Do you think? Yeah.
Yeah, let's do warm.
Let's do warm. Let's do orange. Let's do that red. Let's do a bit of this gorgeous Harvest smoked quartz in there as well. So what I'm going to do now, there's a couple of ways we can apply this. We could do 2 in 1 here.
Ooh.
Right, so if you take a bit of your kitchen sponge, you know the sponge background we're talking about?
Yeah.
Right, if you take your sponge and pull some little bits out like this, it starts to look more like a natural
sponge.
sponge.
A bit scabby.
Just making it a bit dodgy looking, yeah. So no hard edges, and so it looks more like it could be more like a natural sponge, like cheese, yes. And then you got to put all these in the bin, and I was doing this for a workshop once, and I had about 28 of them, probably all over the craft room floor.
What, 28 ladies making...
No, me doing them before the workshop, so I thought, I was,
Bit messy.
Yeah, that day just flew. So now what I'm doing is I'm squeezing some water into the sponge and squeezing most of it out.
Okay.
But I'm going to take my colour and I'm going to splodge some on my... Now, this is the difference with your aqua pens, right?
Yeah.
You can't remove what's in them, whereas you can with the aqua tints.
Right.
And that's what you love, because sometimes I just want to take the stuff out of there. I don't want to use the brush necessarily.
Yeah, whereas with a proper aquatint pen, you just colour it. Well, you can still do loads of effects, but you can't get that kind of
You can't take the colour out, and sometimes you want to do that, yeah? So I've done that with the 3 of them. Let's pop a bit of the brown. Now, the brown's going to be stronger, so we'll maybe use less of that, or more of that. And so now, I usually like to work with the lightest colour, and then just start sponging on like this, and pick it up, and obviously you can strengthen the colour. Now, if you wanted to look more marbled and less static spongy, I would say definitely have your sponge with a little bit more water in it, okay?
Oh, right, okay.
And then it blends the colours together a little bit more. The trade-off with that, though, is that it can dilute the colours.
Yeah.
So, sponging, really easy. We can do that one right there. And so you can see what it looks like, but we'll take it further.
And you've got that texture already. You've got texture, you've got movement, you've got blending of the inks.
You have.
And that is just with your regular sponge.
With just regular sponge,
If you do want the watercolour cardstock, highly recommend that, because it is really nice to work with. But bring in the other colour. Now, when it's on the mat, that looks intense.
Cool, isn't it?
Bringing it on with the oranges and with that beautiful sort of soft yellow, it really starts to blend and soften,
it really
doesn't it?
does. Now, what I've done, notice I've added quite a bit of water to this.
Yeah.
Because if you want to add the salt then to this mix, it needs to be really quite wet.
So if it isn't wet enough, it's not going to react.
The salt won't do anything. Yeah.
And does the granule size affect the job?
It does. So if you use like table salt, which is really fine, you'll get lots of very small pattern on it. Sometimes it's hard to see it. I like the kind of the rock salt.
It's a bit chunkier.
Bit chunky, yeah.
You don't use Himalayan pink salt.
Don't have to use the Himalayan pink salt. No, that's fine.
That costs a bomb.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Save
Keep that for your cooking.
Save that for your aubergines.
Yeah, absolutely. So what you can do, now that'll go to one side.
Marvellous.
And what's happening is, you know what you see? Can you see where the salt crystals are?
Yeah.
Around it, there's the paint's kind of gathering around the sides of it. So when that salt's removed, you'll have like a little pitted area, but with concentrated little bits of salt around the outside. See exactly all these little bits there.
Yeah.
See?
It's interesting, isn't it? Because it seems like the salt's literally drawing the moisture and the ink with it, isn't it?
Yeah, it just pushes it around. So we'll pop that to one side, Leonie.
Marvellous.
We'll maybe pop that over there.
So that's number one. Top tip, make sure it's saturated. Well, make sure it's wet enough, otherwise it isn't moving.
It isn't moving.
Watercolour cardstocks are crackers to work on, because that'll allow the water to sit on top of the card.
Absolutely.
Because if your card's too dry or
it'll go straight in.
It's not to saturate
up.
That's what I do. So get your watercolour cardstock. That'll be on the website. Obviously, your pens do come with your one-day special. The stamps are still ridiculously busy. The details for your stamps, everything's on the website. But watercolour cardstock is just there, and you're getting a pack of 60 for just £15 and 6p, and it is lovely quality. It's 552288. That's your item number.
So Leonie, I've moved over to the extra set. This is the extra. I was saying this one set, and I can't remember which one it's called. The one with the pink in. If you get the one-day special and you want to add another set to it, you know, when you've saved on the one set, if you do want to add another set, that's the one I would go for, because it's got the most gorgeous pink and purple in it.
So this one you're not getting in the collection.
That you're not getting.
This is a separate one. So this is a bit of a special treat.
It is.
So this one is your glitz and your glamour. If you would like a little bit of glitz and glamour in your life, I mean, who wouldn't?
Who would not? Exactly.
If you'd like a little bit of glitz and glamour, the details have just popped in there. £12 and 99p. That's your price. That is very popular as a glitz and glamour. I'm not surprised. That blue is, all three colours are gorgeous, and it's the way they blend together.
They're just
lovely.
A nice
collection.
This pink is just, it is really, really pretty. You know, pink and purple, always popular colours, and I just think they're just fab, aren't they?
Yeah.
So same thing. So this is the sponging. So this is the sponging background.
Which
but
looks
then
good
what
already.
We're going to looks good already. But what we're going to do this time is we've changed the colours out so you can see. And then this time we're going to make sure it's wet enough, and we're going to flatten it. And maybe spritz it. If it's not wet enough, get a spritz bottle ready and just make sure that it's definitely wet enough.
Marvellous.
And then we can pop some bubble wrap on it.
Fab.
So we'll pop
this
that
could
down
be green
there.
film, it could be whatever.
It could be whatever.
Plastic, it's the plastics that are going to react.
It's the plastic. You can already see where it's pushing the paint around. So what you want to do there is press that down, make it really make contact with the card, and then leave it, pop it to one side.
So again, let it dry off a bit.
Let it dry off a bit, yeah.
Marvellous.
Cheers, Leonie.
That's number two.
Number
so
two.
You've raided your packaging, you've raided your kitchen drawer. For your salt, you've got your packaging for your bubble wrap. All about recycling, all about using stuff that you've already got, and of course really maximising your beautiful pens. Your glitz and glamours there, but you might want that watercolour card.
So, shall we show how, you know, this is, it's just a water-based product, yeah?
Yes.
So it's like painting with water, so it's not going to cling to acetate, is it?
It certainly is not, Sheena, because
that
that'd be against all the rules.
Yeah, it would be against all the rules. We can make it cling to acetate, and I'll show you how, and it's something that most of us have got. So if we take the dragonfly here, and let me get a bigger piece of cord so we can use that against the background, just so we can play with it. So that's been stamped onto acetate, and it's flying away, and with stays on or something like that. Yeah. And what we're going to do, you can paint on either side, but let's say it's the reverse. So you might have stamped and embossed that and want it to look really cool. And so we're going to think maybe let's use some of that, those bright colours. Let's use purple. Yeah, we'll use some purple.
Is that from your Glitz and Glamour again?
It is from Glitz and Glamour. I'm loving that one, but we'll go back to the core one as well. Let's go to let's use this bright green as well. Let's go full on colour.
And that's one that you are getting in your set.
Yeah, absolutely.
Smashing.
And we'll use maybe that dark blue. Where did I put my dark blue? There it is.
No, next to you.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see which colours. Now, the thing is, to make this stick, we need something that's going to be kind of bond to that. So an acrylic base. So you know what we've got? Well, if you like me, you have tacky glue.
Yeah.
Tacky glue is going to do it for you. So what we can do is make that work not like a glue, but more like an acrylic binder. Because they're all much of a muchness, all your acrylic base stuff. And so we can pop a little bit out there. Yeah. And take your brush and then mix it. Let me think. We'll pop a bit of the green in. So if you mix it in with this, now when you paint onto this, look, cleans.
Amazing. So the glue is actually, obviously that's going to stick. It's an acrylic glue, so it'll stick to that stick because it's an acrylic glue. And because you're mixing your watercolour product with it, that is now going to stick.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
Fabulous.
I know, this is something I forgot.
Because this is a watercolour product.
Yeah. Absolutely, we
shouldn't be doing that.
No, what happens with normally when you do this, it'll just, what we call, the technical term is cis. It just beads up and nothing happens.
What's
yes,
it called?
cis, C-I-S.
Oh, it sounds like something you need lobbed off. Don't it? Was that not the term to use? So
You've got such a way with words.
I know.